news as the future is here for baseball's #1 prospect.
He is going to be a superstar.
This guy is an absolute stud.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. Buckle up, folks.
This is basically like, Zeus ascending Mount Olympus.
Bueno, yo creo que mayormente no pensaba tanto así, pero sí sabía que iba a tener mucha atención de la prensa, porque en AAA la tenía, yo creo que, pero cuando vi toda esa atención, ¿sabes? No creía que la cosa iba a ser así con tanta atención.
Blue Jays have very high hopes for this young man. Tremendous amount of hype preceding his arrival here in Toronto.
He knows he got a lot of pressure on himself, but he liked that. He loved that. Coming from the minor leagues, being one of maybe the best prospects in baseball, getting all the attention.
When we're talking about breakout players, this is exactly what we're talking about. To me, there's no better example than Vlad Jr.
Been so much pressure put on him. Almost the hopes of an organization have been put on him.
I'm gonna tell you what, I'm amazed. I mean, being 20 years old, it surprised me the way he managed the media, the way he controls that pressure.
His name itself comes with the burden of playing in the shadow of its predecessor. When paired with being the most highly touted offensive prospect in recent memory, it's hard to imagine how Vladimir Guerrero Jr. could have lived up to the colossal pressure of expectation in his first major league season.
He knew that he could do better. If you see the numbers, they were this number, okay number, but to himself, I think he didn't feel like he met his expectations.
I think he's starting to get a little frustrated.
I agree.
You can see it in his face that he's not producing the way he's used to.
You got to believe he's got very high expectations for himself. As young as he is, he has never struggled.
If you had to do anything over again, what would you change about last season?
Bueno, yo creo que yo cambiaría la forma de prepararme para el juego. Yo creo que mayormente nosotros los latinos entendemos a no hacer una buena rutina, y yo creo que haciendo una buena rutina uno se siente más conforme y más cómodo para ir a jugar ese día.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wants to work on himself and his body this offseason, so much so that he admitted to me, I've never worked out at the gym before, I've never lifted weights before. So for the first time this winter, he's going to get in there to get stronger.
There you go. How you feel?
When you work out, you got to maintain and you got to be stronger all year for a longer time. That's something that people didn't do much before.
Heading into his second season, Guerrero Jr. was determined to quell the growing concern surrounding his weight while improving his durability.
Bueno, yo creo que mayormente me enfoqué más en mi físico, ¿sabes? Mi físico y en venir aquí más en shape, más en forma. Yo creo que gracias a Dios vamos mejorando y cada día poniéndole más empeño a esto.
He knew that he ran out of gas there in September, so he said that's not going to happen next year. He cares about winning, he cares about getting better, and that's what he did this offseason. He worked out hard.
Bueno, yo creo que mayormente eso son lo que nos hacen aprender cada uno, ¿me entiende? Y yo creo que trabajar cada día y poner buen empeño. O sea, ahora este año traté de trabajar más, dar doble, y yo creo que mayormente me siento en forma, me siento mucho mejor, ¿sabes? Y la crítica yo lo que trato de lo que me digan, ¿sabes? La crítica que me digan, tratar de dejarla ahí y ya.
At 21 years old, Guerrero Jr. is navigating life as a big leaguer while continuing to pursue youthful passions.
Off the field, he's so funny. He's a funny guy, always He loved to listen to music. He loved to go karting. He loved that. When we're playing away, he finds a chance to make sure that we go at least go karting once. He's always joking around, FaceTiming a lot with his kids. You know, he's a very family guy, very family guy.
That family, famous in baseball circles, includes Guerrero Jr.'s 2 daughters, 2-year-old Vladimir and 1-year-old Vladimir.
Bueno, yo creo que yo soy mejor papá que pelotero, ¿sabes?
Can you describe what Vladdy Jr. is like as a father?
Yo creo que mayormente eso es lo que, el cariño que ellas te dan a ti, ¿sabes? Y como cada vez que ellas te ven, ¿sabes? Como no tengo palabras para decirle eso, ¿sabes? Y yo creo que eso es una de las cosas que motiva a cada uno a trabajar más fuerte.
His relationship with the rest of his family has also changed.
Creo que ha cambiado bastante mejor. Ahora soy un hombre más familiar. Trato de compartir lo más que pueda con mi familia y con mi papá, mi mamá y las 2 hijas mías. Yo creo que eso es lo que siempre yo vi con mi papá y cuando estaba un poquito 2 años, 3 años atrás, lo que trataba era de estar lejos de mi familia, pero gracias a Dios ha cambiado y gracias a Dios ahora estoy más cercado a mi familia.
This is breaking news. Major League Baseball announcing the all spring training games canceled as of 4 p.m. Eastern today. The regular season is going to be suspended for at least 2 weeks.
Bueno, yo creo que mi bateo, si no ya yo estaba listo mentalmente, jugando mi defensa, jugando todo, ¿me entiendes? Y me sentía bien cómodo y me sentía ready.
The Blue Jays are in Toronto for summer camp, and there's been a significant development.
Vladdy's going to focus at first base. Vladdy feels motivated to do it, but he's more about Vladdy and having him give him a chance to succeed on a short season.
His sophomore season begins with a big adjustment, most notably the team's decision to move him across the diamond to first base.
Que cuando ellos estaban hablando conmigo, tú sabes, yo soy un pelotero que gracias a Dios tengo la capacidad de jugar donde me pongan y yo creo que desde que ellos dijeron, pues yo dije, bueno, si yo ayudo al equipo ahí, vamos a jugar. Y yo lo que quiero es que el equipo gane y sentirme bien jugando ahí con el equipo.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is one of those guys that you pay to see.
He's come up with so much hype. He's come up with so much following him that the expectations are as high as they can be for a player.
People create their own expectation on other people. The most important thing is that he understands where he's at and where he's got to go.
He did great. I'm proud of that kid.
What do you want people to know about Vladdy Jr., the baseball player?
Bueno, yo creo que siempre, ¿sabes? Siempre soy alegre, siempre con una sonrisa en el terreno y yo creo que mayormente que sepan que yo juego duro y que siempre voy a estar feliz en el terreno.